everyone, welcome back to Shoot Habits. If you're new here, well, this video series is all about teaching you the fundamentals of photography, but instead of long, drawn-out, complicated videos, what I do is I focus on one topic and guide you through it quickly and efficiently. Think of this like being in the fast lane at TSA check-in at the airport. At any rate, the higher purpose here is to help you take better photos. And if you stick around until the end of this video, you're going to have a fresh understanding of photography that will get you better results every single time. Now, before we get started with all this, thank you so much for tuning in. If quick, simple photography lessons are your jam, well, do me a favor and go down below and hit that like button. And don't forget to hit the subscribe so you never miss an episode. Plus, let's call a spade here. Doing so really does help out the channel, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you in advance. With that out of the way, well, let's talk about light, because every photographer, whether you're a beginner or you're a pro, needs good light, whether it's natural sunlight or soft window light or even a little creative shade. Lighting, well, can completely change how your photos look and feel. Get it right and your images, hey, they shine. Get it wrong, and even the best camera, the best software can't save the shot. Now let's start with why light matters. Let's go back to the very basics here. Why does light matter? Well, light is essential it's essentially your paintbrush in photography. It shapes your subject, creates depth, and sets the mood. Now without it, your photos can feel flat or lifeless. Even the most beautiful subject can appear dull if lighting doesn't support it. Now, there are a few things to consider when looking at light, the direction, the quality, and the color. Direction, well, refers to where the light is coming from the front, the side, or the back. Each creates a different effect. Front lighting, well, tends to flatten features but make colors pop. Side lighting creates shadows and depth in giving your subject kind of a three-dimensional look, which is kind of like what you're seeing with me right here. My lighting's off here, and you'll notice a little shadows over here. Anyways, backlighting can be dramatic, turning your subject into a silhouette or even adding a little magical glow when handled correctly. Now, let's talk about the quality of life. This is going to quality of life. I don't know where that came from. Quality of light refers to how harsh or soft it is. Harsh light, like midday sun, creates strong shadows and bright highlights, which can be tricky to manage. Soft light, like early morning, late afternoon, or light filtered through colors, will produces gentle shadows and smooth gradients, making it flattering for portraits and landscapes alike. Color temperature also plays a role here. Warm golden light feels inviting, while cool shade light can create a calm or moody atmosphere. Now, a couple real-world examples will help make this clear. Imagine you're photographing a flower at noon. The sunlight is harsh, and the shadows may distract from the details. Move that same flower to early morning light, and, well, now all of a sudden the textures pop, the colors are richer, and the shadows feel softer and more natural. Or consider a portrait indoors near a window. Position your subject so that the light falls across their face from the side, and you get depth, dimension, and a natural catch light in their eyes. That's the power of good light. Good lighting doesn't always need to be perfect or soft either. Sometimes contrast and shadows are what makes a photo compelling. Street photographers, for example, they often embrace harsh shadows for dramatic effect, while food photographers use controlled artificial lighting to bring out textures of the food and make you want to sink your teeth into it. The key here is learning to see the light around you and how it interacts with your subject, then making deliberate choices to enhance your image. Here's one simple tip for beginners. Start observing light before you even pick up your camera. Notice how the light changes during the day, how the shadows move. And this is really, it's funny, when I went out to the sand dunes for the first time, this is really where you can see some dramatic as the sun moves, and not only is the sun moving, but also the wind is creating these sharp lines. It's actually a lot of fun. Would highly recommend. Anyways, getting back on topic, back on how when you're watching the sun and the shadows move during the day, you want to pay attention to see how the shadows move, is what I was trying to say there a moment ago, and how different surfaces reflect light. The point is, the more that you pay attention, the more that you're going to get or be able to predict and using it to your advantage. So whether you're shooting portraits, landscapes, or everyday moments, remember this: your photo friends are only as good as the light that is illuminating them. Pay attention to detail, quality, and the color, and let it guide you through your compositions and storytelling. And friends, that is going to be it. If you have any questions about lighting setups, natural versus artificial lighting, or anything else photography related, drop it in the comments down below. I love helping photographers learn and grow. And if you found this helpful, be sure to check out my other Shoot Happen videos for more beginner-friendly photography tips that make a real-world difference in your work. All right, friends, thanks again for watching. Remember, great light is everywhere. You just have to notice it.